Mercedes are all fearsome competitors. They want to win, that's for sure, and so do we. And we shouldn't underestimate any other teams. You know, there's always a eureka moment possible in another team that we find ourselves having to respond to. So it's early days yet. I think the car that's been launched today is a launch car. I'm sure it looks quite different when it gets to Australia. That's the nature of Formula One these days, the speed of which they develop. So I think we've got some interesting times as we test and develop, and looking forward to the season. It's really exciting this time of year to find out what's going on in Germany.
From a development point of view, is it more like a revolution or a revolution? Did you build up that car on the basis of the last year's car?
No, a lot of it is an evolution, as it is with most teams, but I think there's been a big challenge for leading Formula One teams. The exhausts that were positioned right in the base of the diffuser clearly have moved, made it quite challenging for the aerodynamicists to regain that performance. The teams are finding seconds of lap time as a consequence of what were known as blown diffusers last year. But Formula One, being as it is, we want to be as quick or quicker than last year, having lost that inherent performance. So we've been working hard, I'm quite sure, so have the others, and we'll see how those solutions develop and evolve in the next few weeks. Thanks.
Martin, being a team principal on launch day is one of the most exciting moments of the season for you. What are you most proud of when you look at that car?
No, I'm proud of the people. I mean, you look at the car is just a product of people, and I'm very fortunate in that I know the amount of blood, sweat, tears, inspiration, graft that has gone into it, and I'm just so proud of that. I think today we've got an opportunity to hear the engineers talk about the car, their challenges. I think the way, as I just mentioned, we've lost a lot of performance with what were known as blown diffusers, but as a team we said, right, we've got to find that performance back, whatever that takes, we'll work hard to do it. So I'm really proud of that. The car looks beautiful, but beautiful cars always look better when they're winning races, in my experience. So it'll look even greater if it's taking checkered flags and winning races, but it's not a bad start.
The car's are yet to be driven, but you've gleaned masses of information from wind tunnels and using the simulator. What have you learned so far that gives you confidence that perhaps this year someone can beat Red Bull?
Well, I think what we know, starting negatively, if you like, what we know is taking away what weren't blown diffusers was a very big performance hit, and it will be, I'm sure, for all the big teams. And I think, I'm pleased by the progress that's been made to regain that performance and the ingenuity, the effort, and the refinement of the car that's been necessary to try and achieve that. So, it's really the steady improvement of aerodynamic data, the performance. So whether, I know we're improving, I know we will continue to improve before we get to the first race. Whether we're improving at a faster rate or a slower rate than our competitors remains to be seen, but I think we've made good progress. So, I'm optimistic, and it's an exciting time because you don't know where the competitors are. During the season, we race every fortnight, you calibrate your pace, your performance against all the others. During the winter, they go off the radar screen, you're flying dark, and you've just got to use your own discipline, your own targets to set where you're going, and I think that's massively exciting. I think this is, 23rd, 24th time I've been through a launch. It's a great time, and a really exciting time. It can be stressful in the coming weeks, it can be fun, it can be all sorts of things, but it's before the season starts. If we're trying to win a championship, it's usually a fairly stressful time.
And finally, how much pressure here to make sure that this year the car is quick right from the first race?
Well, I think there's pressure every year. We're here aim to win championships every year, but I think there's no prizes for guessing or for remembering that last year we tested abysmally. So I'd like to test a bit stronger this year. So I'd like a car that's bring out the box. I'd like a little bit less stress. I'd like a little bit more focus on how we then improve from a good baseline rather than recover a situation, which was really what we were doing this time last year.
Martin, will it be the case that you're concentrating above all on qualifying this year?
No, we'll be qualifying on winning world championships, and that's what we're concentrating on. That's what we're going to do. Now, to do that, you need to qualify. I mean, we weren't qualifying badly, and with the strategy, with the starts you can make, you can recover. You've got to be on the first 2 or 3 rows, ideally, but it's much nicer if you're on.
It would be nice to control the race from the front with those Red Bulls, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, it is, and you damage your tyres if you're behind. So if you can get a good start, you can get a good race on the grid and make a good start, then you can control. So there's advantage in it, but ultimately, the goal is to win maximum number of points, win world championships.
Martin, the technical regulation